name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. Welcome to another spontaneous and hopefully rather exciting edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known on social media, wherever you may find me. I am the mighty Micah, Angel Snub 7. I am also your soul brother, or soul brother number 1. I hope I don't catch a cold in a little while. This weather is first it's hot, then it's cold. Temperature, when the temperature fluctuates, that's what causes me to catch a cold. So far I've been all right. There's a brother on this social media platform, been around for years. He goes by the name Prophet of Doom. Some of you may or may not be familiar with the Prophet of Doom, but I have the very much respect for the wisdom and the self-thinking capability and the ability to see the being of truly awakened to a certain point. There are things, of course, we do not agree upon. And my soul brother, the prophet of doom, he gets really angry at me because, well, there's two things we really don't agree upon. He wants to call me an African. And everybody is an African. But if you listen to the Prophet of Doom, even coming out of his own mouth, he says that we, the so-called Negro, the Black American in this country, we are an unnatural people created by slavery. That's what he says. But then he'll turn around and tell you about how you are African. How you are African when you was created by slavery and you never even lived on the continent. How can you be an African when even those who get their DNA and claim to be Africans? I was listening to Boyce Watkins this morning, and he said that he was 30% sub-Saharan African and like 20% European or something like that. Well, you're not African then. The only way you can be an African, you have to be straight, pure, somebody from that continent. And if you was created by chattel slavery, then that's impossible, because who knows what the so-called Negro, the Black American, who knows what is really in your DNA mix-up? That's why you don't look like no Africans on that country, on that continent as a people. As individuals, you will find some of us that might look like so-and-so and so-and-so, but as a people, we have different features. We have big lips, small lips, kinky hair, semi-straight hair, dark skin, light skin, fat, short, tall. We can look like anybody who is in our DNA pool. If we were dogs, they would not call you African because you're not pure. If we was dogs, they would call you a mutt. Mutt or mutation. That you have changed, you have mutated from an original form. Mulatto, mutt, mutation. You have mutated from an original form. And we see this in nature all the time. And usually the mutation does not live long. Usually the mutation cannot reproduce. You see them and they're gone. However, if you get enough and produce enough of that mutation, like say for instance, my dog was a German Shepherd, Chinese Chow mix. My dog looked like a German Shepherd. My dog was a mutt. But if you breed my dog with another dog that is a Chinese Chow German Shepherd mix and let them only begin to mix with their own, pretty soon you create your own hybrid or mutation of a dog. And you can name that dog whatever you feel like you want to name it. This is a dog, this is a breed that you created. They do it all the time. That's why you see countless dogs. But of course, it all came from one dog. But now look at all the different kinds of dogs that you have. And all dogs come from the ancestors are wolves. So yes, we came from Africans. More so the native people that was here. Remember, well, maybe you don't know, but the native dark-skinned people that was here was also called African. They was also called Negro. Does that remind you of somebody? A dog is not a wolf, even though the ancestors are wolves. You and I are not no African. You and I are not Aboriginal or natives, even though that is our ancestry. But we're not them. No different than a dog is a wolf. A dog is not a wolf. Some of these dogs look like wolves, but they're not. They're dogs. And he says this, but see, this is something we can't accept. We want to be connected to something, but you're not. So what? You should be happy you're not connected to them. What's special about them? Accept your own and be yourself. I have no problem with that. Came out of slavery, but that don't mean you have to stay there. You can evolve. You can become greater. The Caucasian people, according to these black teachings, came out the hillsides and caves of Europe, eating raw meat, walking on their all fours. Look at them now. They're kicking you in your ass every day. So it don't make no difference where you come from. A lot of our celebrities was born into poverty, dirt poor. Now look at them. Makes no difference where you come from. It's about where you're going. And just because you connect yourself to somebody you think got something going on, don't mean things gonna be any better for you. Just because I'm related to Michael Jackson, how does that make me great? There's a lot of people related to the Jackson family. Some of them might be homeless on the street. How does saying I'm Michael Jackson's family, how does that help you if that family don't help you, don't do nothing for you? So here we are, we talk about we Africans and Aboriginals or whatever we trying to claim. You're not getting no help. They don't give a damn about you. I can't get into that. I'm concerned with myself. We have made it going on 500 years without all these people, and we can make it another 500 years. I don't have to got a problem with the sisters. As you know, my position on the sisters, he's very hard on the sisters. I think he's tried to mellow out within recent years, because the only thing you're doing is blaming another victim. How is that going to get you anywhere? You blaming another victim, and both of you are living in the house that caused you to be, you doing nothing to help clean them up. What's this doing to make mockery? Plus, you're dirty yourself. Because a lot of times, if you carry yourself in a certain manner, people look at you and you inspire them so they want to do better. But if you're just as nasty, vulgar, disgusting as they are, they don't want to hear what you have to say coming out of your mouth. Also, the prophet of doom, and I do concur to a certain point, this way of living will last forever. We have to find a different way of living, a more natural lifestyle. And the prophet of doom suggests that we go back to being basically hunters and gatherers, living in mud huts, things of that nature. Personally, I wouldn't have a problem with it. That don't bother me. Human beings have been doing that for thousands of years. Been in mud huts longer than living in your air-conditioned houses that you living in right now. And they don't have bills to pay. No gas bill, electric bill, water bill, grocery bill. I think that's wonderful, personally. But the difference in thought between myself and the prophet of doom, I think that we can evolve. I think we can be technological without destroying the only home that we know. Why would we be given incredible computer, this brain, just so, and why would we be given these hands? That's the difference between ourselves and an elephant, an antelope, a lion, a tiger. We have this brain. Power of that brain, we don't even know. And we have these hands that whatever our brain can imagine, we can take these hands and these hands can turn it into a reality. Why would we be developed in being, having all this great power, just so that we can go out in the forest and pick fruit, go to the river, get water? It's all a waste in evolution. And see, another thing, life. Life is about discovery. How do you think life got all over this planet? It's very few places on this earth you will not find life. Animals, birds, plants are always trying to conquer and discover new places all the time. So, the human being. The human being is all over this planet. I don't care how hot, I don't care how cold, the human being is there. You will find ants, you will find termites, you will find life. It's about diversity. And of course, with diversity, diversity causes mutations because you have to adapt to a new climate, a new way of life. So you have birds that can fly, and you have birds that can't fly because it's not necessary. So as time goes on, when they first arrived, when the ancestors first arrived in this new spot, the bird could probably fly. But now, due to this different environment, the bird find no need to fly. So they lost the capability. I wonder about ancient people. I have to, if I had a hat, I would have to give my hat off to ancient people. Regardless of race, because this is about human beings in general. It has nothing to do with race. This is a human thing. Some of us, if you are in Mississippi, that's where you're gonna live and die. You're gonna live and die in Mississippi. But for some of us, we are not stationary. Now, in nature, animals move. Most of the time, animals move because it's a matter of survival. If you are a wildebeest, you eat all your grass out of a certain area. In order to live, you have to move. You gotta find new grass. If you stay where you are, you will starve. So many animals are in different places because it was a matter of survival. For the human being, it was the same thing. A lot of times it was because of survival. But also for the human being, it was a matter of curiosity. I can imagine the first human being that stood in front of the ocean. All this water, no land.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
And for the majority of people, they're not gonna go out there. But you always have a group of people. I'm gonna get on this boat. I wonder what's out there. I wonder what's on the other side. I wonder what's out there. And they go. To see what's out there. If it was not for that mentality, we would not be, the human being would not be in the places that we find ourselves today. You have to be a brave soul to do something like that. There are many of us.
Border, entering Indiana. Changing time zone.
There are many of us who gamble.
Speed warning.
Risk takers. The reason why we discover so many things, the reason why we are in so many places, because we have risk takers. We have gamblers. You have folks not afraid to take a chance. Remember the opening of that old Star Trek show? Talking about the future. And they boldly go where no man has ever gone before. It takes a brave person to go out into new territory, new space. One of the reasons of why I bring this up is because we who are the descendants of slaves born in America having dark skin, this is something that we lack. We don't have that brave mentality. We don't want to discover new things. We're afraid to try new things. We always want to play it safe. We don't like to gamble. Some of you are familiar with baseball. You have those guys, they want to play it safe. And they scared to try to go from base to base. They'll run, then they run back to the other plate where they feel safe.
Speed warning.
Then you have those guys, as soon as they get a chance, they gone. They don't care. They don't care what's going to happen on the other side. They just trying to beat that ball, trying not to get put out. They don't care. They don't think. They go from base to base. They don't think. They just run the place. Soul brothers and sisters like to play it safe. And there's a reason for that. Because living in a slave-like condition for hundreds of years, you don't have that instinct in you. There was no need for a slave to play it safe. Massa did all that for you. Massa protected you. You need water, Massa get it for you. You need some clothes, Massa got it for you. Whatever you need, Massa provide. There was no need for you to discover anything. Massa got your back. Do you know why the black power community and all this blackity black, do you know why they cannot progress? Because they scary. Because they scared. They claim they know and have all this scholarship and know all these different things, but they actually scared to try it. They don't want to step out there in the water. They'll go so far and then run back to where they're comfortable at. Why you think they're not running to Africa? If Africa is so great, if Africa has all this wealth, if Africa is all this, what you talking about, go! Do it! But they scared. So they stay here because this is what they know. This is where they feel safe. Here with the white man. The white man who is the devil. The white man who is Lucifer. The white man who is the liar, the cheater, the murderer. You'd rather stay here with the liar, the cheater, and the murderer than go to your precious Africa because you damn scared.
Speed warning.
Play it safe. And if you want to evolve, if you want to progress, if you want to advance, you cannot have a play it safe attitude. You got to gamble, you got to step out there.
Speed warning.
The reasons why some of these brothers are not married, the reasons why some of these brothers have bad relationships with women is because they're scared of women, really. They're scared of rejection. They're scared of the whole romance thing. So they play it safe. So I would go to a YouTube channel and get with other scared Negroes and talk about
speed warning,
how the sisters ain't no damn good. When the reality is, you scared. They scary. You come from a two-parent household and your daddy didn't teach you how to talk to a woman, didn't teach you how to talk to a girl. So now you frustrated. Hey there, twin. So now you frustrated and you're going on the channels of these other clowns and y'all vent your frustration about something that is your fault. Because you believe, oh, I got a nice car, I have a degree, I'm a nice guy, so all the women supposed to just run to me automatically. That's not how it works. You have to sell yourself. You have to show what you got. You have to open your mouth. You have to jump in the water and don't be scared. Then you talk about the thugs. You want to talk about Pookie and Ray Ray. Well, Pookie and Ray Ray might not have a degree. Pookie and Ray Ray might not have the education, but Pookie and Ray Ray ain't scared of women. They know how to talk. They know how to do what they gotta do. And in a lot of cases, the women take care of Pookie and Ray Ray. But that's because they're not scared. I hear you.
Speed warning.
And these guys think that it's very impressive. They scream, they holler, they call people Uncle Toms and coons and agents and spies and don't have nothing because they scared.
Speed warning.
They don't believe in themselves. These people that you call devils, you live in a country, these Caucasian people came from Europe.
Speed warning.
They got on a boat. They came to America. The majority of them died. Do you understand? The majority of these Caucasian people that first came here died. It is estimated that it was about 250 that survived. They are the ones that caused the creation of where we live now, the United States of America. About 250 that survived. That's how the United States got started. Because you had a group of people willing to die, willing to take a chance. And you are not. That's why you don't have nothing.
Speed warning.
Because you playing it safe. So I'm not shocked that they would reject the Mississippi campaign, because it's going out into an ocean, it's going to a place they never been, and that's scary. You already voted, so you're not scared of that. You already opened up all these businesses, you ain't scared of that. You don't mind being a Hebrew Israelite and a black Muslim and Kemetic, being a Moor, all that stuff you've been doing, you ain't scared of none of that. You talk about building a nation, and that's all you ever do is talk. But to actually do it, That's a whole different ball game. And the sad thing about it is, if you cannot control a piece of the land where you was born and raised in, that is already up and running, if you cannot do that, how the hell you gonna build your own nation? And you cannot even control something, a piece of land where you was already, where you've been born on. How the hell you gonna build a nation from scratch? How you gonna build a nation from scratch and you scary? You afraid, you're a scaredy cat.
Speed warning.
So the only one who can truly build a nation for soul brothers and sisters are the brave. Those who are willing to sacrifice, those who are willing to die, those who are willing to gamble, those who are willing to go where no man has ever gone before. That's the only type. And it don't take a lot. It only took 250 strong men and women. Well, actually it took more, but a lot of them died. It took, they said it was like a little over 1,000 Caucasians that came to this country, and only 250, something like that, survived. But they were brave.
Speed warning.
They were willing to gamble. They took a chance. And their prodigy should always honor them for that. So I disagree.
Speed warning.
With the prophet of doom, because I think that we can live here on this planet in a natural state, but yet and still do not deny our brain the great capability, the potential that it harbors. The same way that we looked at the ocean and we conquered the ocean. Human beings go deep, thousands of miles into the ocean.
Speed warning.
We go high in the air, and we've discovered every nook and cranny of this planet. Now we look at space, outer space, and we look at the moon, and we look at the sun, and we look at all these other planets. I want to go there. What's there? I want to see for it myself. What's beyond this galaxy? We have the potential to go out there, and whatever it is, we can discover it. The same way we discover all this on this planet, we got all that out there in space to discover. We don't have to imagine, we can go out there and see it. You don't have to believe in God. If God is out there, you get on your spaceship, go out there and find his ass. Go on a spaceship and find God. Your brain gives you the capability.
Speed warning.
But we will never get nowhere playing it safe. A lot of people have become wealthy being gamblers. I would not suggest you be a gambler because you take it too far. But there are those who have become wealthy being risk takers. It's all or nothing. Either I'm going to be rich or I'm going to be poor. And they go to the casino. Unfortunately, a lot of times you come out poor because that's how it's set up. But you have those who play cards. They played those games on the casino. They made a living at it and become really, really wealthy being risk takers.
Speed warning.
How are you going to build a nation? How are you going to do anything and you don't have the instinct, and you too damn scary to take a chance. That's the #1 reason why they look down upon the Mississippi campaign, because it's going to show. It's going to show you. It's going to show you for what you are. You doing all that damn talking about you know how to build a nation and you so damn great. Well, either you're going to sink or you're going to swim. One or the other. You take control of a state like Mississippi, now you in control. There's nobody to blame. See, these pro-black folks, they want to stay in a position so they can keep saying, well, the white man do this and the white man do that. See, the FBI, the coons, the spies, they want to stay safe and keep themselves in a position so they can blame something or somebody. You take control of the state and it's all about you. Who you gonna blame? The only one you can blame is yourself. And see, the reality is we don't want that responsibility. We want to be able to blame massa, or we want to blame women, we want to blame the elderly, or whatever. We want to keep ourselves in this position of blame. You're not going to get nowhere with that kind of attitude. You're just not.
Speed warning.
When I was locked up, I could not play it safe. It's all or it's nothing. The reason why I'm talking to you right now, because
speed warning.
It's all or nothing for me. I had to go for it. We're not going to get nowhere trying to play it safe. So the only way the Mississippi campaign can become a reality, the only way your black nation can become a reality, is you have to have a group of people willing to gamble, willing to sacrifice, willing to say it's all or nothing, and have confidence in themselves and go for it. Be able to go where men have never gone before. You've never had your own nation. You've always been dependent on somebody to take care of you. Now, you got your own house, it's up to you. Sink or swim. Can't blame nobody but yourself. Just like when you leave your mother and father's house and you move and go out on your own. Either you're gonna sink or you swim. Many of these new age people, they end up going back home to their mother and father. 30, 40 years old, they go back and they're living with their mother and father. It's so hard because they can't make it. Well, times is hard.
Speed warning.
No. So what are they doing? They go home and live with mom and daddy and watching TV, playing video games. Why don't you work and take care of yourself? Yeah, I understand life is hard and all like that. But at the same time, you living with your mom and daddy, 30, 40 years old, and you and all your damn children. See, you want to play it safe. You want to go home with your mommy and daddy because they want to play it safe, comfortable. It's hard in the real world. Gotta work 3, 4, 5 jobs, whatever it takes, to take care of yourself, and you don't have time to play games. You got all these children, you gotta take care of yourself.
Speed warning.
You don't have time for playing games. But if you go home and live with your mommy and daddy, now you got time grown ass to play video games and screw around. That's what that's all about.
Speed warning.
You think that times have never been here? Time have always been hard. Ask your grandmother, grandfather, somebody from the 60s, 70s. Ask them, time's always been hard. Why you gotta be treated special?
Speed warning.
And people wasn't running home to mommy and daddy like y'all, like these new generation folks do. You know why? Because people had more integrity. They had more pride in themselves. I'm not going home. I'll make it on my own. I'm going home to Africa. Why? Because it's already established. Why? So they can take care of your happy ass. That's why you want to go home. You want to go to a place where you can feel safe. It ain't no allegiance. You don't know them damn people. Do you know them? No. Instead of building something yourself, because you grown. Nice place to visit. I got my own house. My people come to my house. I pick you up in my car. Nobody helped me get my car. I bought this car on my own. This house, I bought it on my own. Everything I got, I earned on my own. These pro-blacks take pride. They want to give credit to other folks. No, that's nice. I get the credit. My hands, my brain. How you gonna build a nation when you dependent on somebody else?
Speed warning.
How you gonna evolve as a human being, limiting yourself to some words in a Bible and a Quran or other spirituality that's thousands of years old? That's limited because those people are dead.
Warning.
So that means you can only go as far as they went. Did they go out?
Warning.
You do yourself a disservice to limit yourself to somebody else. You do yourself a disservice being yourself. You're not these people. Be who you are.
Speed warning.
You could do much greater if you let yourself stop being so damn scary. That life is so diverse all over this planet because somebody or something had to take a chance. Somebody or something had to go out into a world, go into a place where they never been before. And on that note, thank you in the chat room, Twin, Brother Marquis. Thank you for all those who are listening. Hey, what's up there, Earth Man? Thank you for all those who will be listening later to Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for allowing me to use your platform. We're not going to get nowhere being cowards, playing it safe. Not going to do it.
Speed warning.
You might as well just be comfortable, and we might as well just shut the hell up and just be comfortable where we at. If that's the case. Because that's what life is about. Life is about is a gamble. Life is about discovery. Even as a baby, you discover. I know we don't like it, but you see babies always grabbing stuff and put it in their mouth. That's discovery. What is you about? They want to touch and reach and feel. It's about discovery. And now here we are, grown men and women. Now you comfortable and fat. You don't want to discover a damn thing. Lay on your ass, become a couch potato and rot. Lost all your instincts, something that you had when you was born, when you was an infant. It's all gone.
Speed warning.
And the reason why we're like that is because the white man taking care of you. Even these pro-blacks, all that pro-black crap. The reason why they do what they do and say,
speed warning,
because the bottom line is they know the white man is taking care of them. If they truly knew that they needed all of our help, the attitude would be different. But see, they go to they still working on these white, Caucasian people jobs. They still eating out the white man's kitchen, and they comfortable. All that pro-black stuff. They comfortable. That's why they don't need Angel Snub Nub 7. That's why they don't need all the brothers and sisters, the whole 40 million. That's why they're not interested.
Speed warning.
Is because Caucasian got their back. They go to their home. They got water to drink, food, Popeye's chicken sandwiches. They don't need nobody. So that whole pro-black movement, all that comedic, go back to Africa, RBG Nation, all that stuff is fake. It's fake. It's fake. I'm gonna call it for what it is. It's fake. It's a waste of time.
Speed warning.
Road to nowhere, just some feel-good crap. On that note, let me get out of here. I'm already 5,000. I'm Angel Snub Nub 7. And this was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth.
Speed warning.